President and VPPR. So she will be the timer and ballot counter, none other than Toastmaster Mutia. Before she explains her role, she need to evaluate the 3 sessions, but there will be additional Toastmaster Mutia because this whole meeting is specifically on to assist you on how to use the Zoom equipment or the Zoom itself, because it is interesting that we are in this world where everything is virtual meeting. So before I explain that, I'd like to welcome the one and only team person. And she went off with the camera. She will be back soon. She's gonna turn on her camera. There you go. So fellow Toastmasters, please give you a round of applause for Toastmaster Mutia to explain her role.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Today I will be the timer, and as a timer, I will alert each speaker in the prepared speech session and the tabletop session, as well in the evaluation session. In prepared speech session, the speaker deliver a speech within 5 to 7 minutes speech. So 5 minutes will be green, 6 minutes will be yellow, and 7 minutes will be red. And for the table topic session, each speaker needs to deliver.
Let me continue on that note, because she's supposed to help me also with the timing. So it's going to be another interesting meeting. And that's why we need to know more about the Zoom things. If she's not back in 30 seconds, I will explain to you what the timing device is going to go through. But first of all, I'd like to ask a few questions to the guests and also visiting Toastmasters as to, I think we heard a few times from Arga and Rika. And then there's also, oh, she's back. She's gonna turn it on any moment. And Amanda, can I have a quick question? You're back again. Tell me about yourself again, and how did you hear about us again? If you don't mind sharing us, give us what your introduction for 30 seconds.
My introduction for this. Okay, this is Amanda from China. Yeah, this is my second time to attend this class meeting. Yeah, last time I enjoyed a lot, and I think this class has high quality meeting. This is why I come back. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Which part of China you're from, Amanda? I'm sorry.
Beijing.
Oh,
yeah.
Beijing, that's right. The big capital city. Is the timer ready? Is she back? I think she's still coming back. We've got this visiting all the way from the World Cup headquarters of 2022. Now, what do you call it? Her roles is so long. I don't know if I could repeat all of them. She's the division administration manager for District 116. She's a VPE at ABBA Ladies Toastmaster Club, a secretary at another club, a VPPR at Angola Toastmaster Club. Could you give an introduction? Why are you here? And how did you hear about us?
Well, thank you so much I can see such beautiful smiling faces, and I'm so happy to be here. Yes, I'm Toastmaster Lina. I'm basically from India, and we are staying in Qatar for the last 15 years. And Toastmasters is something that has become a part of, it's become a very important part of my life, I must say, because that's what gives me a reason to grow, basically. What I've seen in Toastmasters is personal growth. So I am part of the World Toastmasters WhatsApp group. So that's how I saw this. And I saw the message second time that we are in need of role players. So I said, why not meet new people, make new friends? That's the best thing I like about Toastmasters. And the Zoom platform is such a blessing. And I must say it is really nice to be here. And I've seen new faces. And I'm sure this meeting is going to be an enjoying experience for me. So I look forward to the meeting. Thank you for having me, sir.
Welcome, Toastmaster Lina. Thank you for
Thank you.
explanation. So I hope you enjoyed the meeting. It's Madam Timer and Bell Counter. Would you like to continue on, or should I just finish it?
Yes, I'd like to continue first.
Okay. The floor is yours, Madam.
And table topic speaker. Yes, and speaker to deliver a speech within 1 to 2 minutes. So 1 minute will be green, 1 minute and a half will be yellow, and 2 minutes. And for the evaluation session, the evaluator needs to deliver a speech within 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes will be green, 2 minutes and a half will be yellow, and 3 minutes will be red. And I as well will be the ballot counter, and as a ballot counter, by sharing a link later on so that you can use Professor in all sessions. Thank you, Vidya Johan.
Excellent. Thank you, Toastmaster Mutia. And also in the technical agenda, if you look at the time, can you time me so we don't go over time on the discussions? Just give me 3 to 5 minutes, tell me it's too much, Johan, too long. Just give me a red light. Okay, thanks, Toastmaster Mutia. Anyhow, I'm gonna go to the theme, which is kind of fascinating. So we are in this virtual world. Yes, I see also Toastmaster Miftah is here. Welcome back. I like to explain about this. I don't want to talk too much about this, and this is not an education session. This is specifically for those of you who really want to know about the Zoom itself. So for me, I've been specifically working as a speaker and trainer. So I've tried a few sampler and platforms. My specialty technically is not Zoom, but I have to relearn everything that I had to Zoom because there's so many knickknacks that you have to think about. And first of all, for those of you who have questions, you could continue on during the between sessions. You could keep on asking questions because this is specifically for those who are interested in understanding how do we enhance or how do we improve our tools as in Zoom itself. So first of all, I'd like to ask if there's anybody who's using a laptop. Could you type 1 on the chat box? Okay. We have a lot of laptop users. It's red light ready. Thank you, Mutia. I just want to reconfirm again. Is there anybody here who's using a mobile devices such as laptop, phone? Could you type 2 on the chat box, please? Nobody's using a phone. Oh, well, we got one. Hey, there you go. We got one user. Here's the third one, number 3. I just want to double check again. Is there anybody using actual CPU, a PC, a big computer, whether it is Apple, Macintosh, Microsoft, or Linux? Could you type 3 in the chat? Nobody's using it. Okay, so everybody's trying to do everything lightweight, right? So this is kind of fascinating because when you want to actually do meeting Zooms, you want to have it lightweight. For me, I had to use big computer. Now I'm trying to use the small computer. But this is the thing about Zoom itself. Back then, we are not allowed to use Zoom because of certain issue with the government. But anyhow, now everybody uses Zoom. So the biggest question is, such as the 2 people that were speaking earlier, the president and the timer, how come they keep losing their signal? Why does it always lag? Why does it sound weird? And here's another last one, maybe you might want to think about. Is there any other solutions that you could improve your equipment tools for your Zoom meeting or augmenting the actual meeting itself? First, I'd like to elaborate the equipment itself, because we're talking about lightweight, we're talking about this thing. Can I ask how many of you, I bet it's going to be almost to zero, how many of you actually plug in, which is an Ethernet cable, to your laptop or your mobile phone directly to get the internet? Could you type 1 on the chat box? Okay, so is so it's 0. Then you're asking me, how come some people could have better quality and does what do you call, some of us might not have? How about this? One last one then, and then I will just re-explain it really quickly. How many of you actually use mobile internet for your Zoom meetings? Could you type 1 on the chat box? Okay, we only got 1 mobile user, so we already know why IS signal is going down, right? Then you have to ask, how come Mutia is not getting better signal than everybody else? Okay, here's one fact. I don't know if you guys know there's 2 factors basically, specifically. If you go to settings in your chest, you don't want to see that, right? I'll just use this. Okay, can everybody see this? No? Oh, Christ.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna use this then. Okay, can everybody see this?
Yes.
Yes?
It's
Okay.
visible.
So in the settings, you see all of this. You got overall, you got audio, you got video. So if you're looking at it right now, this is the signal that I'm sending. If it's more than 2 or 3 people in a meeting, most resolutions of video is 320 times 180. And I'm sending a full HD quality, which is kind of weird, right? Then if you look at the receive, is basically what your counterpart is receiving. At the moment, Masa Ayas, Mr. President, can you say hello?
Hello.
Hello. If you could see this, he's still getting a full signal, 256.24, but it's going down 6 FPS. If it's a full loss, it's very low. So this is the major reason with the whole idea of why you always want to monitor your video and audio sending out. Zoom itself will sample everything from video to audio. The issue with mobile signal, mobile supposedly, if it goes to LTE, am I speaking Dutch when I say LTE, 4G versus 3G? First of all, you have to check how high is your signal. You want to go as high as that. But then you have to ask, what about Toastmaster Mutia? She must be using Wi-Fi. If you look at the Wi-Fi router, remember in Wi-Fi router, there's all this antenna at the back. Most modem Wi-Fi would have 2. One would have a receiver, one would have a sender. If there are more than 1 equipment using that Wi-Fi, the signal will be break apart. So whether you're sending how much signal it is, let's say you're getting an internet of 10 Mbps, you'll be getting only maybe less than 1 on 2, and Zoom is required to use 2. So how do you solve this? You could plug it in or tell other people to turn off the using Wi-Fi. But I digress. That's just a light explanation of how you could improve your signal itself. Then I can go on if you want to be very specific with your own equipment and tools. Write down, think of a question, Think of anything you want, because I don't want to go too technical and bore you to death, because half of you, by the looks of it, is already dying here about technicalities. But maybe it's about enhancing, and maybe it's about, just little knickknacks that you might have problems. So we will go on with an actual Toastmasters meeting. First, I like to explain the word of the day. I almost forgot because we don't have a grammarian. The word of the day is augment. Okay, augment. You could use the word of the day for some of the guests. We try to use it or implement it in the speech as much as you can. You could use augment, augmented, augments, augmenter, augmentable, augmentations. It's a basic verb and noun. So try to use it as much as possible. Everybody still awake, or have I bored anybody to death yet? No, not yet. Okay, so, and we have our first evaluator. Welcome, distinguished Toastmaster Ronawati. Hi. Thank you for coming.
Hello, everyone. Yes.
And we will start soon. And I just want to make one more change. I believe our distinguished Toastmaster Miftah will be our timer. Can I have a confirm with that?
Yes, I will be your timer, but I don't have any idea about the time because Toastmaster Mutia just confirmed me like 2 seconds ago.
Hey, in the old days, Toastmasters, you will be put in a spot. It's okay, Miftah. We will explain it to you, and we will hopefully just enjoy the meeting itself. Okay, so we'll be going to the prepared speech sessions. The prepared speech sessions, we have 2 speakers, Toastmaster Arini and then Toastmaster Hilda. Now, usually in Pediatric Cipto Toastmasters Club, the evaluator will explain the actual objective of the speech and also the title and the speech. And distinguished Toastmaster Rona will be also doing the the same speech on the next part, which is level 1 project 4B, and she will be silently evaluated than none other than our visiting Toastmaster from Qatar, Toastmasters Lina. Okay.
Johan,
Yes.
can I have not silent evaluation? But
You want a verbal evaluation?
yes, please.
Okay. Are you ready, Toastmaster Lina? She's ready. Okay, there you go. So she will go evaluate you. I will give you a 3 minutes break, and then you have to evaluate her. Excellent. Okay. So fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, our first speaker is none other than Toastmaster Arini. I would like to welcome her individual evaluator to explain her speech. Please put your hand together for distinguished Toastmaster Ronawati Wongso.
Hello, everyone. So I'm very honored today to evaluate TM Stiani Puji Arini. She will deliver her visionary communication pathways, level 1, project 4A, evaluation and feedback, the first speech, and her title is 3 Meaningful Colors. The time is 5 to 7 minutes, and the objective of the speech is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting, and for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. 3 Meaningful Colors, TM Stiani Puji Arini. Stiani Puji Arini, 3 Meaningful Colors. Time is yours.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. Sometimes we lose our way, but we find ourselves. Mindy help. I love to travel by motorcycle. I always do that to go back to my hometown with my dad. It's around 500 kilometers from here. Stop from Bogor to Central Java. Actually, it gives us a very comfortable atmosphere because we can feel how the wind, how the sun and rain directly. It's very memorable moment. Actually, it makes a very enjoyable moment because of, first, I love to go travel with motorcycle, and the second is I feel safe no matter how far it is if I go with my dad. But it changed when I went to my mentor house. Actually, it's more near. The located is in Tangerang, but I went it by myself. I ride the motorcycle by myself. Actually, I'm not alone. I'm with my friend. And this is my funny experience, I think, because of the schedule suddenly changed. The day before, I planned to go there with my friend by train together because we didn't have before the experience and we didn't know, so we planned it together. But in the day of the event, the schedule changed and our mentor said, you should go there with your motorcycle. It's actually very funny. Actually, I love travel with my motorcycle, but at the time I was very panicked. It's really angry because of the schedule change. The worst problem is we are panicked. The second is my friend cannot read the Google Maps. I think it's really fair because we just listened our mentor to go there by motorcycle. So we continue our trip together. And because of my bad energy, in this, fortunately, I have a driver license and complete document, so we can continue our trip. And the second is I took the wrong way. And you know, in Jakarta, when we took the wrong way, we should go around. It's a long road, I think. And the third is we stopped by the police twice. And I just said to the police, I'm sorry, mister. I have stopped by your friend. Can I continue the trip? Because I'm chasing the time. Oh, sure. You can continue your trip. Okay, thanks God. And I learned a lot from its journey. Just because of my bad energy, I met lots of problems. And I'm still thinking during the trip and stop in front of the traffic lights. And I'm just see the three colors of the traffic light. It has red, yellow, also green. And it taught me how it means a lot. The red means stop, the yellow means be careful, and the green is you can continue. Actually, I learned a lot from its traffic lights because of related how we took a decision, because the decision can explain ourselves. And I learned a lot from my mentor at the day. It's about sometimes we busy to looking for what we are, who we are by the task. How about our weaknesses? How about our strength? Actually, we can find it on the street. Thank you. I think it's enough. Back to our Tom.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Arini. Wonderful job. I'm going to remove that. Okay. Oh, see, trying to get used to it. Anyhow, thank you. Well done job, Toastmaster Arini. It is true. Sometimes those fear always bites you every time you want to do something new. And thank you for sharing that wonderful, interesting story that we can learn from it. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Arini. Our second speaker, excuse me, it's none other than Toastmaster Hilda. They both have green screen. So by the looks of it, these two are like speakers, or they have the Zoom abilities. Yeah? Again, I will not introduce it, and it will be introduced by the second individual evaluator. I'd like to mention, she's a very welcome guest all the way from Bandung, Maranatha Toastmaster Club, also with distinguished Toastmaster Ronawati. It's none other than Division B Director. Please put your hand together for Toastmaster Anna Meliana.
Thank you, Tom, DTM Johan. Our second speaker, Toastmasters Hilda Fauzia, will deliver in her pathway persuasive influence. And the project is level 1, project 4, evaluation and feedback. This is her first speech. The purpose of this project is about receiving and applying feedback, and also serve as speech evaluator during the club meeting. And the purpose of this speech is for Toastmasters Hilda to present a speech and then receive feedback from the evaluator. So please help me welcome Toastmasters Hilda Fauzia. The power of personal branding. Your time is 5 until 7 minutes. The power of personal branding. Toastmasters Hilda Fauzia.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, all. The power, my sound is okay. The power of personal branding, the minutes, the need to make an impression is more important than ever, right? And the best way to do this is by creating a solid and memorable brand identity. For personal branding, one, help one stand out from the crowd. A personal branding result from what other think and say about you when you are not in the room. It's your reputation, and it can make or break your career. And then leads to opportunity. We live in a competitive world,
where everyone feels for the same job, the same client, the same opportunities. By developing a personal brand, you are giving yourself a competitive advantage. And then your audience will trust you more. There are many psychological based reasons why you might want to work on your personal brand. For one thing, it can help you build trust with your audience. When people feel like they know who you are and what are stand for, they are more likely to trust you. That believe that because they feel like they have a relationship with you. And the last, people will always screen your online in the digital age. Personal branding has become increasingly important. With social media and Google, it's easy for anyone to find out information about you with just a few click. As a result, it's essential to be aware of how you are present online. In a world where everyone has a website and an online presence, personal branding can help you make your stand out from the rest. And I have to inform 6 elements of successful personal branding. 1, authenticity is one of the most critical element of branding. In the beginning, many aspects can feel forced and or contrived. And then 2 is point of view. Part of developing a successful personal brand is having a point of view that helps you stand out. There are a lot of people creating content and trying to be heard, and it's easy to fall into the trap of sounding just like everyone else. And then the 3, show up consistently. For example, maybe in this room can meet a Zahra, and then my personal branding is Mom's Zahra. Yeah. Because the consistently we visit Zahra in this room. In there is one thing all successful brands have in common is consistency. Maintaining a consistent personal brand will help you begin to build name recognition with your followers and avoid confusion. And 4, storytelling has become somewhat of a buzzword, but is an important aspect of building a personal brand. That's because people don't buy from business. They buy from people they know, people they like, people they trust, people they trust. Okay, and then the 5, expertise. Being authentic and having a story point of view may draw your followers to you, but it's your expertise that will make them stick around. That's why it's a good idea to pick a specific niche and build your expertise in that area. And the last, your network. And finally, don't forget that your personal brand is about more than just you. It's also about the connection you build with other people. That's why it's a common point that your network determine your net worth. Okay, everyone, that's all from what I can deliver today. Thank you for attention. Good afternoon all.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hilda. Big round of applause, please. Before I say anything, I like to ask the timer, because I think he's also having fun when he's doing this, when we are listening to her speech. Timer, are both speakers qualified?
Yes, both are qualified to be voted. Toastmaster Arini spent 7 minutes and 1 seconds. Toastmaster Hilda spends 7 minutes and 7 seconds. By the way, all these speakers were so amazing. Thank you so much, Ditya and Johan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Miftah. Big round of applause again, please. So I'd like you to send who you think is the best speaker to Toastmaster Mutia by sending her a direct message. And of course, we also recommend ask if you have any beautiful things or comments that you like to say, you could give it to Toastmaster Mutia and of course put it the name. Direct message, yeah. Yesterday I put it in everyone, so you have to remember to click direct message. But a brilliant job, Toastmaster Hilda, and of course Toastmaster Arini. I remember those days when Toastmaster Hilda, halfway through a sentence, the Indonesian word will come out. This time, not a single Indonesian word. It was a wonderful job. We learned a lot, and we thank you for sharing that wonderful tips and tricks. And of course, Toastmaster Arini also. Is she still there? Oh, she's there. She's always nervous. Now she's confronting her fears. So well done, job. So let's go on. Before I go to the second sessions, I like to ask if you have any questions as to the Zoom thing. You could raise your hand or write down the chat box. If not, I will just go on to the next sessions. But anytime during between sessions, you could keep asking me, inputting the question or raising your hand, and I will try to answer your question as much as possible. Because there are so many things, so many technical things, whether it is internal software, which is a system software, and there's hardware, which is the application hardware itself, okay? There's camera and audio. So if you have anything that you like to know or ask, maybe you could write down the chat box or just raise your hand, okay? I digress. I like to go on to our second sessions, which is the table topic sessions. The table topic session is where everybody gets a chance to speak. And the table topic session, it is run by the master, the table topic master. It is none other than our club president. So, Mr. President, before we go, I put you on the spotlight. How's your internet?
Run well, run well.
Okay, have you put into the 4G? This whole meeting is just for him, actually. Have you got it to 4G yet, or are we still on 3G?
4G, 4G.
4G, excellent. So fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, please put your hand together for your table topic master, Toastmaster Ayas.
Yay, welcome back in my session. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to table topic session. Now everyone can try impromptu speech. We have 3 numbers. So who would like to try first? I see Kim Arga. Do you want to try first?
Okay, I would like to start.
Okay. Marga, the wheel is yours. Yeah. TM Arga, expanding the network magnifies happiness. Expanding the network magnifies happiness. Don't forget to use word of the day, augment.
Okay. First, I would like to thank for the opportunity. The words reflect me on what I was learning in my medicine degree. So actually communicating to people, communicating to a lot of people, talking, have a chat is actually very therapeutic to some people. And how to connect to other people, how to always have a conversation, how to always have a relation. It's always therapeutic to me also, because I think talking to people and sharing our feelings, sharing how your day was, sharing how your activity in all week or in the weekend is always giving me some kind of joy and happiness. So actually the theme of the table topic, or actually the topic of the table topic that I get, it's reflecting my inner side, because I think connecting to other people or expanding our relation, expanding our connection to other people is always giving me such joy, always giving me such opportunity, not only to gain or share the happiness, but actually also gaining the networking that we really could use in our activity, such as when you are talking to someone new, talking to this kind of group, it's always opening such a great opportunity to many people, not only to expanding yourself, not only to expand your growth, but actually to open the opportunity of maybe job, maybe a relation to your activity. So actually it's a really good thing. So the thing is, the table topic that I get is expanding our expanding our relation or connecting to other people. It's sharing joy and happiness. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Team Arga. Yes, I do agree with you. If we now in pandemic eras, we use mobile more and also Zoom, so we can share our conversation and happiness. So it also we can augment our happiness and joyful. Like now in Zoom, we can see our friend from Qatar and from China. So expanding the network magnify happiness. Yes. And now we move to a second speaker, that's TM Revo. TM Revo, are you ready?
Yep, let's go.
Okay. TM Revo, the wheel is yours.
Will I get money from this? Oh no. Okay.
Okay. Buying house at Metaverse or buying house at BSD City. Which one do you choose?
My fellow Toastmasters, when it comes to buying a house where you can live, or pretty much anything based on your goals, I think it's better for us to buy and purchase real houses. Do you think? Well, when you think about metaverses or just metaverse, it's a digital world where not real people live in it, and these not real people live in not real houses. But even though it's digital, it is still profitable for most people. So they say if you buy a house in metaverse, you can use it as an investment. But from my personal preferences, it's not that safe. Why? Imagine you've bought 2 houses that cost like $2 billion. But one day, your sister just accidentally plugged out the cable. And then you didn't manage to save the data in the metaverse. Seriously, you will kill yourself on that second. So if you ask me which one I prefer a house and BSD. Even though it's not a house yet, still like in Gubuk, made out of woods, I still prefer that one rather than a digital house in metaverse. And I can't even visit that house either. So goodbye metaverse and welcome BSD. Thank you.
Last word, goodbye metaverse and welcome reality. Okay, thank you for your sharing your perception. Okay, now let's move on to next speaker. TM Anna, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, if you're ready, the wheel is yours. Keep calm and restart your device. Keep calm and restart your device. TM Anna, the screen is yours.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. First, I would like to ask you, why did you join Toastmasters? Can anyone type just one word and tell me, why did you join Toastmasters at the first time? Is it because you want to learn English? Is it because you want to learn how to speak environment? Wow. Yeah, in my own experience, the first time I joined Toastmasters because I want to improve my English speaking skills. Very specific, right? And what wonderful is because it is on Zoom. So I can learn something new, improve my skill without have to go anywhere. Just sit here with my snacks, with my drinks, and my laptop. Years by years, I found out that not only my speaking skills, not only my English skills is improved, but also my Zoom skills, because I live in Indonesia, Bandung precisely. Every time it is raining hard, the connection is getting very cute. And it is always creating some trouble and problems, right? So when I become Tom, I don't know why, every time I have a role where I need to talk a lot, the connection always having trouble. So I get it panic. And after so many times in Toastmasters, I learned to keep calm. So every time when you do your role in Toastmasters and trouble comes, don't worry, don't be panic, be calm, restart your device, and one more, text your friend, please cover me. So that's it. Don't panic, be calm, restart your device, take your time, and don't forget to text your friend to cover your role. Back to you, CMIS.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, for your story, from your deepen heart, your story, TM Anna. Okay, now let's move on to next speaker. I see Amanda blink at me. Do you want to try?
Okay, I could try. Yeah.
Okay, the wheel is yours. Okay. Virtual world makes everything more efficient. Virtual world makes everything more efficient. Then Amanda, the time is yours.
Okay. imagine the old days. If we want to have meeting, it should be in person, right? So we have to take plans or take transportation to go to travel from this place to that place. But because of the virtual meeting and virtual world, we are able to have online meeting just like this. We are able to connect people from different places, and I think it is quite amazing because of technological advances. Yeah. So at the moment, we don't need to take a lot of efforts for transportation, for to do the traveling. I think, yeah, we just utilize the internet, and we can do whatever we want to do, and we can finish to 2 or 3 days in the old days. So I think the virtual world made everything more efficiency. Yeah, more efficient. I believe all of us cannot agree this anymore because we experience the difference between the old days and the current days. Yeah. Okay, I finish.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your thought. Yes, I do agree with you. Instead of we spend our money for bus, we can only turn on our laptop or mobile phone so we can augment our saving. Yes, now move on to next speaker. TM Prospect Toastmaster Rika, do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay. Prospective Toastmaster Rika, the wheel is yours. Technology is best when it brings people together. Technology is best when it brings people together. Time is yours.
You spin.
He's okay.
Okay, so I think that's his topic. Technology is best when it brings people together. So Toastmaster Rika, technology is best when it brings people together.
Yes, technology is the best for bringing the people together. I think I agree with this statement because we can see like now we use Zoom. Zoom is one of the technology, and when we use Zoom, we can together. We are in the different place. Maybe there is in Bandung or China, or we can share our mind together. We can connect each other. We can communicate each other, and maybe we can share happiness each other. After Zoom, I think there are many technology that can brings the people together, like social media, like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and etc. We are in the different place, but we can connect each other, we can meet each other, we can maybe as like this. So I think I agree that technology best to make people together. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, prospective Toastmaster Rika, for sharing us your thought. Yes, I do agree with you. Sometimes technology can be positive and negative. The positivity is collect people, make people together so we can discuss and enjoy the moment like this. Okay, the last one, challenge. Who wants to try? Last challenge. Calling 5, calling 4, 3, 2, 1. Team Margaret, do you want to try?
Excuse me, I lost the connection a bit.
Do you want to try?
No, Arga or is gone.
Oh yeah, really. Okay.
Maybe a timer. A timer
timer.
haven't spoken. I'll be your timer. Distinguished Toastmaster Mifta. We seldom see him here. There you go.
Yeah,
we want to hear from him.
We miss
because
you. We miss you.
Okay.
The
No
big
worries.
bosses are here, right? So that's why I think he's here. No, I'm just kidding. Mr. Table.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, okay. The last challenge and the last moment today. The wheel is yours. Okay. The metaverse is here and is not only transform how we see the world, but how we participate in it. The metaverse is here and is not only transform how we see the world, but how we participate in it. Ditya Miftah, screen is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Before that, metaverse is like when you transform into, right? Toastmasters, like Toastmasters, we do online meeting. We did online meeting since 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not about we cannot adapt to the technology itself, but we can have a transform and participate in it. So fellow Toastmasters, when the world has changed into something bigger than you think in your mind, you need to adapt first, then you need to participate in it. So yeah, also the practice itself. When the metaverse coming in and transform in our reality, now we can see other people in the Zoom room or something online, or maybe in the near future we can see people, the full body itself, not only in the Zoom, in the maybe in the 3D something, we don't know. So we need to adapt more and more. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ditya Miftah, for sharing us. And yes, we not only see the world by metaphors or something like that, we can participate in event or so on and so forth. And that's conclude the table topic session. And I would ask timer, all the speaker qualify. And don't forget to give food with the best table topic speaker to Tia Mutia. That's all from me. Thank you for participating, Ina. give control back to Toastmaster of the meeting, to DTM Johan.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ayas. If only this Cahyan, nobody claps, you should clap. It's very Toastmastery to do the applause, and the old days we have to touch each other. We have a lot of shaking of the hand. Nowadays, we are giving the screen itself. So it is interesting how we transfer to the virtual world. So before I go on, I believe all the table topic speakers are qualified as written down in the meeting chats. So you could vote anybody, even yourself, who you think is the best to Toastmaster Mutia, as mentioned, our table topic masters. And while you're thinking, what is it that you need to know, or maybe just a random question as to simple signal, you could ask me in the chat box or raise your hand later on. And as the agenda, we like to do one thing before we go on to the next sessions. We like to take group photo. So are you ready fixing your hair? Fix your clothes, change your background? So we like to ask maybe Arini, Toastmaster Arini, Toastmaster Mutia, if it's possible to turn on your camera as an archiving, because it's interesting. Today is I don't know if you noticed, it was the 12th of the 12th, and we have 12 people. Actually, now it's 13 people, but almost. Can one of you leave? No, I'm just kidding. We almost got the perfect 12. So, Toastmaster Ayasi, would you like to help us and give us a
sure.
pulse?
Sure. I will count down. 3, 2, 1.
No.
How's the push and the last one, the second one? Oh, your thumb.
Okay, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So, has anybody have any questions? So everybody's well versed. Nothing to ask about Zoom. You just want to enjoy Toastmasters, right? Why do you have questions and make you things and stressing you out? But I just want to make one simple comment as to maybe to simplify, because I did make a joke earlier as to mobile signal, and it is interesting. Mobile signal has with towers, but again, it's those are lucky, unlucky kind of effects, especially in, I believe Toastmaster Anna was saying earlier that in Bandung it keep raining and the signal changes. Wi-Fi, why does it still have a loss? So yeah, you see, it's kind of fascinating, especially if you're using a PC or Macintosh. PC mean Microsoft, Windows, and then Macintosh. Here's a fascinating thing. I believe everybody's using a laptop, right? In the laptop that you use, how many of you, when you use, like after a few minutes of the Zoom itself, the fan started turning on? Is making that weird noise, right? This is kind of fascinating also. Now, Zoom has been fixing it, but if you look at there's this thing, I need to share screen again. Sorry, I just want to make one really comment as to this one. Okay. Okay, so if you look at Windows and you turn on this thing called Task Manager, there's this thing called the anti-malware. Mine is at 0.1, but if you look at your own anti-malware right now, I don't know if you notice, some of them is going at 70% or 90%. I'm gonna turn that off, but you could look at that. So this is kind of weird, right? A lot of signal sending and receiving. Just to make it simple, if you want to minimize the signal transfer, or the usage of the computer itself, because there are two specific things. There are this thing called the CPU. CPU is the actual processor of the computer, and the second is GPU. So there's two other possibility. You could divide the processing unit to your graphic, or if you cannot do that, because sometimes your graphic, your laptop might not have a heavy graphic, you want to try to minimize this anti-malware. Why? It's a very long story for me to explain it, but if you can, if you're still having loss in signal, try to end task. So when you click, so if you go to this anti-malware, you could right-click it. There's this thing called end task. Try see if it makes your signal better. Or try to minimize as minimal as possible usage of the computer. Anyway, I digress. Too much technical in one day. I just like to give small portion and hopefully to, improve a little abilities in our Zoom or augmentation of this interesting standard of communications. Okay, so nobody have question. I think you're getting bored of the technical part. Let's go to our third session, which is the evaluation session. So the evaluation session will always start with the individual evaluator, since we don't have general evaluator, but we have an additional individual evaluator who will be evaluating our first evaluator, which is Toastmaster Lina. Now I like to invite one by one. So we will have the first evaluator evaluating first speaker, second evaluator will be evaluating second speaker, and the third evaluator who will be evaluating the first evaluator. So without further ado, I like to welcome back the first individual evaluator to evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Arini. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, please put your hand together for distinguished Toastmaster, Ronawati Wongso.
Thank you, G. So first of all, congratulations for Toastmaster Arini, who has gone through this far in this journey in Toastmaster. And I believe that you are a new member, and I think I'm very glad to see you that you are now on your project for level 1. So congratulations. There are two things I like in your speech today. The first is you share about personal story. Personal story is always unique to each one of us and how we learn from each lesson and each experience that we have. And I'm very glad that you share your personal story in a storytelling kind of mode. And the second, I see that you smile a lot. You may be nervous, but seeing your smile, it shows more confidence. So kudos on you. And there are two things which I would like to help you improve in your next speech. I think the first one is vocal. It would be better if when you say a sentence, say one full sentence smoothly, so it's easier for me to understand. At the moment, when you speak, you cut off the sentences into basically like every 2 words. For example, because of, I love to, blah, blah, blah. So it's not a smooth sentences, and it happened the whole speeches. So it's very difficult for me to get clarity because it gives us our train of thought. Yeah, when we listen to someone speaking, when they say smoothly, it's easier for me to understand. So because of that, I think in terms of the clarity is also very weak. The second, I think, is about clarity on the substance of the speech itself. Your topic is about 3 colors, 3 meaningful colors. And I think like throughout your speeches, I was kind of wondering what is the relationship between the title and your story. And then at the end, then you give a little bit of meaning of what the three colorful, meaningful colors. But then you did not really, for me, the clarity is not there for the whole story and the lesson learned that you have at the end. So it would be nice to have a connection in the middle between these two. Like, for example, so from this story, from this, then I have this, so the message is very clear. So in summary, 2 things I like about your personal story and SMILE, and 2 things which need improvement is on your vocal and clarity. So back to our TE. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Distinguished Master Ronawati. We're so used to it, yeah, the GE, Toastmaster. Thank you. That was very insightful. Okay, so it's the timing. I need to spotlight the timer. Can you raise your hand? So I think the evaluator, no, virtual raising hand. There you go. Thank you. So the individual evaluators can see you. Okay, so thank you very much, Distinguished Toastmaster Ronawati. We will go on to our second individual evaluator. We'll be evaluating Toastmaster Hilda. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, please put your hand together for Toastmaster Anna Melian.
Thank you, DTM Joe. Toastmasters Hilda, congratulations for delivering your 4th speech. You delivered such an interesting topic and very relates to recent audience about personal branding using the media social. You talk about authenticity, point of view, consistency, storytelling, expertise, and also network. Yeah, that was great and very applicable for all of us here. The evaluation form told me to focus on your speaking style. So let's talk about that. There are 3 things that I love about your speech, and there are 2 things to augment your speech in the next speech. Let's talk about that later. So what I love about your speech, first, is you try to keep your eye contact. And that's why I know that you are not cheating. You are not reading a draft, because you really try to keep your eye contact to the camera and not to the script. I love that. So pace is not too fast and we can easily understand your words. The third one is the proper gesture by your hand and facial expression. For example, like when you talk about click, click. Good job on that. And what the 2 things we can discuss here to augment your second speech. After this, you will do your second speech, right? I can see that you are not very confident when you delivering your speech. So what I can suggest to you is to keep practicing. Before you deliver your speech, try to make a draft and practice by yourself in the mirror and also in the Zoom. Try to do the Zoom meeting with yourself, not only 1 time, 2 times, but for at least 7 times. That's what I did when I first in my first joined Toastmasters, and up to now, every time when I want to deliver my speech, I practice at least 7 times, so I can remember a little bit about what I'm going to say, about the proper gesture, and I feel a little bit comfort and also confidence. Second thing, please end your speech with a proper conclusion, like you recap the 6 points you have, or you may use a quote, or also you can use a call for action for us to start our personal branding or everything. So congratulations and waiting for your second speech. Thank you. Back to DTM Joe.
Thank you very much. Wonderful job, Toastmaster Anna. Great tips. Okay. So we will go on to the third individual evaluator because I'm running out of time and I'm hoping to always stay on time. But this is one of those 1.5. We try to finish it exactly at 1.5 hour. It's none other than Toastmaster Lina, who will be evaluating our first evaluator. She's very professional at it. She's studying up, preparing herself. So all the way from Qatar, Middle East, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, please put your hand together for Lina Nair.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day in Qatar. I'm here to evaluate distinguished Toastmaster Runawati. Thank you for giving that beautiful evaluation that you have done. I can say right from the beginning, how you started your evaluation speech, that you have become intentions to see that your speaker is encouraged. Normally, what we see during evaluations is the speaker, when the speaker is looking at the evaluator, the speaker is looking a bit scared. What is the evaluator going to say? But you have done a very good job by encouraging your speaker. The words that you used in explaining the speech itself, how she spoke, you have been very clear in what you want to tell her. So very good on that. I must say, you have a very calm voice. That itself, if I were a speaker and you were evaluating me, this calm voice that you spoke in, that is really giving me a nice thing to hear too. So if I had been in the speaker's position, I would have been really happy to be evaluated. And I'm sure I would like to have you as my evaluator in the future. And I really liked your way of evaluation. You were looking into you were specifically looking at your speaker, Toastmaster Arini, and your words were very clear. You had good eye contact also. And the best part, what I liked is when you were giving her the points of improvements, you were showing it also. You were demonstrating how it has to be improved. So your demonstration of the improvement points was fantastic, I must say. I would just like to have one friendly suggestion. Madam, if you could smile a little while you were giving the suggestions for improvement. That smiling, it really adds value. Because everybody, not only the speaker, everybody in the meeting itself feels at ease immediately, instantly. It relaxes everyone. So please do keep a smile. Otherwise, your evaluation was fantastic. Great job. And I'm really happy to be your evaluator. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day and General Evaluator.
Big round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Lina. Thank you so much, especially we're giving you the actual assignment at the last minute. And it is interesting.
No problem at all.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lina. And it's one of those things where we will see that you can actually evaluate an individual evaluator at the same spot, right? 2 to 3 minutes with 2 to 3 minutes. So wonderful job, Toastmaster Lina. I'll let her compose herself because we like to hear her comments, but it's 5:27. I just want to make one technical comment as to audio, really quickly, audio. I don't know if you guys noticed while Toastmaster Lina is composing as to what she could say. Audio is kind of fascinating, isn't it? If you notice when you're speaking here, sometimes you cannot even hear your voice. Or maybe you hear like Toastmaster Anna, you are like, it was a bit cut off. I know Toastmaster Anna would not hear that because she cannot hear herself because it does not come out of the speakers. The question is, what type of tools that external your audio, right? Are you using a headset or are you using the speakers? Are you using the microphone or the laptop microphone, or are you using an external microphone? This is kind of fascinating. Now, I know in the in the table topic, it's about resetting, but it's all about sampling. If you look at later on again on the setting of audio and video, what does it mean by sampling? Before you actually log in, technically audio-wise, why do they always ask you to do an audio test? Because if you put automatic audio setting, the level of audio will set up to the actual application itself. Well, what happens if I'm using an external microphone, such as a headset or one of those external microphone? Well, first of all, those things are two different factors. A standard microphone, they are called cardioid, which is a round circle audio voice. But still, this ability of this software, Zoom itself, it will sample. So no matter what, it is, you have to, what do you call it, test yourself where the audio level is set for the actual environment. That's why if you're already logged in, try to re-log in, which is kind of weird. Why am I re-logging it? It's one of those things. It's equipment, you know, you try to do something and then it always messed up. In the end, even if you set everything up again, before the meeting itself, you have to reset it up. Why? Because, hey, it's the computer, the tools that we have. Okay, before it is almost 5:30. I'd like to invite back Toastmaster Lina. How do you like our meetings? We love to hear external point of view. Could you give us a short evaluation as to our meeting? Maybe a quick,
Evaluation.
yes, a quick note.
I love the way you started the meeting, and I have noted down a lot of points which I like. First of all, the Sergeant at Arms came up with a beautiful greeting to all of them. What I missed I hope you won't mind my frank evaluation. What I missed is the Sergeant at Arms has not spoken out the club mission. We have strict guidelines in District 116 that whatever the meeting, whether it's a joint meeting or a area confluence or whatever it is, club mission and district mission, we always say that. And President, I must, I say, I think I have pronounced your name correctly this time. Please pardon me, but
Ayas.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You explained what is Toastmasters with a very beautiful PowerPoint presentation and explain each and every part of it. What are the benefits of joining a Toastmasters? I'm sure the two guests here who are not yet Toastmasters will definitely join in. And Toastmaster of the day, wow, DTM John. You are a multitasker, I must. So beautifully, so effortlessly, you carried out everything. Being the Toastmaster of the day, being the general evaluator, being everything, I must say that. You wear many hats on your head. I really like the way you conducted the meeting. You've been the grammarian and you explained the word of the day and its other things that can be used. Instead of just augment, what other ways you can use. Now I have used the word of the day, please. And speaker one and speaker two, both of them I could see the genuineness in your face when you presented your speeches. Toastmaster Hilda and Toastmaster Arini. You were really keen on giving your speeches, and that happiness that I saw in your face when you finished your speeches, that was something I can never forget. Beautiful. And both the evaluators also, perfect evaluation, I must say. You have been very dinkum. I should say that you want to see the better of your speakers. And otherwise, timer, wow, what can I say? Where is he? Yes. You came up with such beautiful special expressions when you are giving the timing device. Oh, wow. I was eager to see the time changing and to see your face changing also. That was something I've seen new. But this is a very good thing also. And at the same time, sometimes when we are in this virtual world, it can distract the speaker herself or himself. This you can just work it on. Some speakers might find it distracting. You see the time changing, that itself is enough to show that the time has changed. But when you see the timer making funny faces, that can sort of cut off the train of thought that the speaker is already into the speech. But otherwise, your timing was perfect. Really nice. And you, after each speaker, after each session, you have put in the timing guideline, actual times taken by the speakers on the WhatsApp chat, on this chat, not WhatsApp, sorry. That was, very apt action from your side. And otherwise, I think this meeting has been fantastic. I'm so glad last moment I saw the WhatsApp from the president and I decided, okay, fine, I'll come and join. It's really nice. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I look forward to many more meetings. Surely. Back to you, sir.
Thank you so much for those kind words. You know, most of the time people will say, please come back again. No, really, we love if you could come back, you know, give us a little more flavor, because it seems like you have many flavors from Qatar, India, and we love to learn more from, especially the outsiders. And we are so kind. What do you call it? We are so thankful that you actually give us a few of your words, and you know, your peace of mind and your style is really good. So thank you so much for participating and attending Toastmasters.
Thank you for having me, sir. Thank you for having me.
Please, really do come again. So at the end, I know we are running out of late. I believe our evaluator will need to leave, and I love for everybody to stay on after the meeting. We can chit chat some more. And usually I'm the one who's supposed to call out the ballot counter, but maybe I'm gonna go over time. I'm just gonna wrap it up and I'll let the president do it. But before that, I'll just make a really quick ending to this interesting Monday meetings on this 12, almost 12. I think we got 14. I want to say, you see, remember in the old days, computer, nobody really wants to buy it. Only a few people has it. Nowadays, if you think about it, the virtual world, the virtual meeting is the next step, because how many of us will think, you know, when we will have offline meeting, personal meetings, it is the next stage. So for you to enhance it is to understand that you have to keep on practicing this silly little equipment, because throughout time, as time goes on, the equipment will get better. But the question is, will you be better at using the equipment itself? And it might not be Zoom, might be something else. But again, this is the baby step and the first step for all of you. So fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, I'm so thankful that you come to another wonderful meetings at the Pediatric Cipto Toastmaster Club. I'd like to welcome back the president so he can welcome the the ballot counter and the whole meetings, and of course, maybe says a few words. Mr. President.
Okay, thank you so much, DTM Joe. And before we end the meeting, we listen to the announcement, who is the best speaker, and it would be led by our ballot counter, TM Mutia. TM Mutia, skin is yours.
Yes, hello everyone. It is my time. It's now the time to announce the best speakers in all those sessions. The first, I would like to announce the best speaker in, wait for a second, in prepared speech session is, congratulations to Toastmasters Arini for being the best speaker in prepared speech session. And next we have the best table topic speaker. Congratulations to Master Revo. And for the best evaluator, congratulations to Masters Anna for being the best evaluator. Congratulations for all the winners in today's meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mutia, and congratulations to all winners who won today. And finally, we arrive at the final session, that's closing. But before that, I would like to say thank you very much from the depths of our heart for your coming, for your smiling, for your story. We really enjoy it and make our happiness. So please come back and invite more people to this regular meeting. So I'm Ayas, as president of the Pediatric Cipto Toastmasters Club. I will end the meeting by clapping 3 times. Okay, that's all for me. See you next week. And if you have time to chit chat, DTM Joe will lead it. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes. Announcement from what? Oh, Maranatha. Oh. Oh, she left. I was going to say thank you. Okay. Thanks for coming, Raffle. Thanks for coming, Amanda. Amanda
Welcome.
is also your Toastmaster, right?
Yes, yes. I'm very new Toastmaster. Yeah.
We're trying to expand, hopefully.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy it? Are you ready to join us?
Yes, I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, but yeah, I have my own club at the moment. Yeah, but I will attend your class meetings in